If you compliment my appearance I will probably remember forever. Edited 10 months ago. I remember 2 years ago when a girl told me my eyes are beautiful. I've had eyes ever since. When we want to be alone, it's not that we don't want to be around you, it's that we don't want to be around anyone for a bit. I get this one way too well. I go through bouts where I just don't want to talk to anyone regardless of how close we are.
Our balls are slightly uncomfortable 30% of the time.
Men have a box that our minds go into. It's called the nothing box. I've heard this before and I can't relate but am kind of jealous, it sounds peaceful. I am always having some sort of inner monologue or background thoughts bombarding me unless I smoke up, which I do to escape this. Do I have some sort of condition?
We desperately want you to toss us things instead of just handing them to us. When I asked my husband for confirmation on this, he said, hee, yay, it's fun to catch things. Oh good. I throw stuff at my husband all the time and often wondered if I was being silly. Now I wonder if I should throw even more stuff. Sex isn't all we want in a relationship. I'd rather be with someone who understands me but only does it once in a while than someone who I have sex with every day but don't connect with emotionally and mentally.
We get raped too. Hugs. That's fucked up, sorry man. When the penis is flaccid, we sometimes like to stretch it out or tuck it inside our balls for fun.
Only weirdos choose to piss in the urinal next to you when there are plenty of open urinals along the wall. Whisper piss. Stealth piss mode when having a piss at 2 a.m. at a guest's house.
We really do think your hair is good. It looked good before and after you got a haircut. It looked good curly and it looked good straight. It looked good when you woke up and when you made it. As long as it's shaped like the hair we gave girls on stick figures when we were 5 years old, we think it looks good. I wish more girls understood that.
Men want to be wanted and desired too. I can count the number of times a woman has come out and either asked me out or told me she was attracted to me on one hand. And from my understanding that is a high number. If we have a goofy hobby and you take interest in it, even the slightest, we love it. Eagerly awaiting single woman who collects teacups and enjoys experimental baking.
Sometimes we want to not do anything cause our dicks get hard for no reason. Many are, hey come do your chores, having to be deflected with, yeah in a minute, while you wait. Every guy has, at one point, used their erection to hold up a towel upon exiting the shower with an unwanted erection. If you're gonna be here you better work. Our own butler.
Guys have damned near zero ability to hold a grudge if an apology is genuinely offered and accepted. Hell, most guys have a great friend in their lives that started out with some shitty misunderstanding but worked itself out. I have seen fist fights and brawls end in hugging and hand shakes. Edited 11 months ago. I'm just now realizing this with someone I am interested in. I thought my interest was obvious, but I think your method will work better for me. Smiley face.
Manspreading isn't a sexual thing, we're trying not to crush our balls between our legs. Maybe this is more of a dad's secret but, I don't babysit my own kids, that's called fathering dammit.
Your chances of getting what you want out of us are infinitely higher if you tell us directly. I can vouch for this. I was upset with my so for not picking up what I thought were clear hints, when he responded frustrated with, I don't understand hints, just tell me what you want woman. He really helped me communicate better. I don't know why we grow up thinking we can't directly ask for things. I'm a girl and I've found out through the years that when guys say something, don't think too much into it, like, what's the hidden meaning, don't overthink it. Guys normally say stuff that should be taken at face value. We had a friend in college who would always try to figure out what a guy meant. I mean, this was constant. Every time she started to try and figure out what the subtle meaning was, we would say, "Chrissy, the sky is blue." Nothing more.
As an older man, we don't expect you to look like a supermodel as we age together. Yes, at times I do see you as I did 30 years ago and every wrinkle and flaw disappears. Yes, there are times I see every wrinkle and flaw, and know how you got every one of them. They are beautiful too. I wish more older men would answer. The answers so far are cool, but I'm also interested in hearing how life experience affects what is said.
It's not that we can't take hints, we are just afraid of looking too far into something. If someone is flirting with me, I have the dilemma of, is she actually into me or is this just how her personality is? I can't count the number of times that I ruined potential relationships or made an ass out of myself when I moved from the west coast of the US to the south. Edited 11 months ago. Bunch of snitches in this thread. At least they didn't disclose any of the serious stuff, like stuff about that meeting we all have once a year.
Shrinkage. Like a frightened turtle. I was in the pool. Also flaccid versus erect difference, an 8-inch cock can look tiny when it's completely shrunken. Edited 11 months ago. My dad fought in World War II on the European front and said the same, guys would always cry out for their mothers. He reinforced how important it was to be gentle and nurturing to a boy. I wasn't expecting this. It's always difficult to see that men are seen as someone stronger when we go through same emotions, just a bit differently.
These guy secrets seem to fall into 3 areas: male genitalia, toilet habits and the lack of psychic powers when it comes to women. Got it. You forgot the fact that all men know who killed JFK, but we signed a non-disclosure agreement.
Edited 11 months ago. If, by some unfortunate circumstance, you come across urinal 1 and 4 in use, with 2 and 3 open, always go for urinal 3. When 4 leaves it, balance it back out to odd-numbered urinals being used.
You can squeeze the head of your penis and the tip lips will move like a mouth and you can talk to it. I've talked to the man downstairs too, but we don't speak of such things. Sometimes we like to be the little spoon. If the big spoon is smaller than you, it's called a jetpack. I am 6 feet 5 inches, my GF is 5 feet 6 inches and I am currently in bed as the little spoon.
There is no amount of hot sex that will stop us from masturbating as soon as we're alone. It's 2 separate releases and you just filled up the spank bank, sometimes especially if it was hot, having sex.
Edited 11 months ago. When we come home from work, we could use some downtime to do nothing. The car ride home does not count. Give us 20 to 30 minutes without unloading. I find this is true for most jobs or careers that involve seeing or managing a large number of people.
Edited 11 months ago. Help, I can't stop. You just made men all over the internet clench their ass. That's power you can't buy. Dude, this is revolutionary, I've never realized.
Just because we're in the shower for an abnormally long time doesn't mean we're jerking off. Guys like to have long hot showers too, you know. The shower is the only place that nobody bothers me and I can't just shut my mind down. That's why I take 30 minutes for a shower. Yes, sometimes I just zone out and stand there for like 5 minutes. This comment will be buried, but those perfectly round toilets suck. It's super annoying when your junk touches the inside of the toilet bowl. The oval toilets, like in most public toilets, are much better. Fucking fact, man. I hate the circle toilets.
At the urinals we typically pee on soap bars, ice or plastic mats to reduce splash damage and smell. Do you mean bar soap or a urinal cake? Because I've had the pleasure of never having to pee on soap or ice yet in my life. Sometimes we don't talk to people cause we don't want to intimidate them. I might see a girl with a cool shirt on but I don't want to make her think I'm coming on to her or something. Rather than freak her out that a 6'6" guy thinks she looks good today, I just leave her alone. Especially if we're on an elevator or something where she can't leave if she actually is uncomfortable. If a guy told me that on my way out of the elevator and explained why he didn't say it while we were still in, I'd definitely think that's adorable. May even want to see him again. You have no idea how much women appreciate it when men understand how complicated and unsafe the world feels for women a lot of the time.
A lot of porn is really weird. Just because we watched a video about banging a step-sister while her head was stuck in the dryer, doesn't mean that's some sort of weird fantasy. The girl just looked good in the thumbnail. Best way I've ever heard it explained was, no one wants to bang their sister. But everyone wants to bang their imaginary hot sister. The mental struggle we have to go through to not scratch around our groin in a public setting. It'll take 100% of my willpower to not do it. The itching can drive me insane, yet the euphoria from actually scratching it is so good. I often imagine this must be what it's like scratching a dog's ears. There is a reason why men's pants have deep pockets that are deep enough to reach balls Vegas. Guys also like to be walked up to and asked out. My current girlfriend, soon-to-be fiancé, asked me out. We worked at the same company, and she just came up to me and said, "Hey Justyburger, I think you and I should go get dinner tonight." I asked her who else was going, and she said, "I think it'd be nice if it was just you and me." So yay, that was pretty cool. Happened to me once, but it was another dude who thought I was gay. Still flattering, felt good. Sometimes we pee on the poo stains in the toilet because we are too lazy to use the scrub. I don't know who complained, but the way I see, we do a fine great work.
If we haven't carried in all the shopping in one go, we haven't done it right. Smart is lining up the bags and evenly distributing the weight so you can take everything in one go. Morning wood can be cool for wake-up sex, not cool if you have to pee. We have to do all sorts of acrobatic maneuvers to pee. I myself like to do the Michael. My wife believes that morning wood is only for sex. She tried waking me up by hopping on. Only to have me wake up and throw her off because I had to pee and my bladder hurt. I would say I'm more of a plank man myself. Edited 11 months ago. A lot of women don't understand that it takes us a lot longer to figure out how we feel about something than most women. Give us time to process, and we'll bring it up if and when we want to talk about it. But, don't try to push us to be emotional, since most men aren't as driven by feelings as most women. About your feelings. Ugh. Nope.
P. Shivers. I've never felt so connected to my fellow man than knowing every guy in the world understands these two words.
Not sure if this is universal, but guys usually have least one pastime for which the process and ritual is just as satisfying, if not more so, than the outcome. One example is my morning espresso. If I'm making it, being interrupted or rushed is very disruptive, to the point where I'd rather not have started it. For others it may be washing the car, barbecue, or shaving. But try to mind when guys are doing something where the means are an end in and of themselves. Being able to fully invest in these gratifying rituals is fulfilling to a surprising degree. If we tie down anything in the back of a pickup truck or trailer, it's physically impossible for us not to stand back and say, "That's not going anywhere." Edited 11 months ago.
As a favor, I worked on a girl's car one time and got pretty dirty. Afterwards, she asked me if I wanted to come inside and take a shower. I told her no, because I hadn't brought any clean clothes to put on after the shower. She just kinda giggled. Yeah, us guys aren't exactly too bright when it comes to reading between the lines. How many nights have you laid awake replaying this "what if" in your mind? Edited 11 months ago. IDK if other guys feel this too, but I am always afraid of accidentally making women feel uncomfortable in my presence, for example when I happen to walk in the same direction as a woman in front of me for a while. And I am not even interested in women in the first place. This is me, all the time. I'm brown, not small, and I live in a big city where women are on high alert all the time. We don't literally talk about boobs for hours, as some of the folks over at BuzzFeed would lead you to believe. At most it'll be like this, a group of guys are sitting in the den watching the game, one says, "You know who's pretty hot, who, insert celebrity name or name of girl from class, work, oh yeah she's pretty bad."
Edited 11 months ago. Subtle hints do not work, obvious hints do not work. Anything short of spelling it out ABC style at us, will not work. When I try to pick up on hints I get it wrong almost every time. It's not uncommon for us to genuinely think you're beautiful without any makeup.
Edited 11 months ago. The good Olay fork in the road.
Edited 11 months ago. Dude, I got a compliment about some shorts I was wearing that I was unsure if they looked good or not. One of the bigger butterfly effects today perhaps, haha? Where every guy's style has been partly determined by maybe 3 random compliments from girls over the past decade.
Men can think a woman is hot without being sexually attracted to her. Niece try BuzzFeed, yeah, like why the hell do I keep stumbling on what seem like legitimate articles all over the internet that reference Reddit users as a primary source of factual information?
Edited 11 months ago. When I told mine the title, he said, "We've all tried that one thing." Took a couple of hours, but I finally came across it a few posts up.
We have the magical power of thinking about nothing. Not knowing sucks. I learned not to blow up a girl's phone, so I don't send more than 1, maybe 2 messages. Being left on read and thinking about what exactly it was that I fucked up to not get a response, really sucks. Having to play it cool when I like someone to not scare her off, too.
No matter how you shake and dance, the last 2 drops go in your pants. Edited 11 months ago.
Edited 11 months ago. And then by the next day the towel forgets and it resets.
Edited 11 months ago. 99.9% of the time, I don't care. I'm not being a pushover by having you choose what to eat, because I might as well fry some hot dogs and cook pasta, add ketchup and voila. Dinner. And we don't mean our fries. Sometimes when we are walking our balls hit our legs. Sometimes we can accidentally sit on our own balls and it hurts. When people come crying to us, our first inclination is to fix the problem. Otherwise it's just awkward. WTF is going on here? In our heads. Simply saying you need to cry tells us exactly what we need to do. As a man I support this message.
Niece try Audrey, I'm not telling you what I got you for your birthday.
Edited 11 months ago. Sad face.
Edited 11 months ago. To add to this, sometimes you can't orgasm. It's not that sex doesn't feel great, it's the same game of tired, meds, anxious, etc.
How often we fantasize about saving the day from terrorist attack or something. Yeep. I'm the world's greatest action hero in my own head. I've saved numerous aircraft, boats, family members, and beautiful women in my own head.
If it is hot outside, and you see a guy do some wacky dance, they are just unsticking their balls. You fool. You've destroyed us.
I like hugs. You monster, I bet you like hand-holding too. And not necessarily for boob hugs, which are great. We just don't get a lot of hugs. Hug us please.
Men don't think about sex every 6 seconds. That when you fling your underwear off your leg and catch it, you feel like a ninja. 100% shared by both genders. So do we. Edited 11 months ago. That awkward moment when you zone back in and you are staring at someone you don't know that wasn't in front of you a moment ago, and they are looking back at you. If you have a son, don't rush into his room and demand that he get up immediately to do chores or some shit. He definitely has morning wood and would appreciate not needing to hide a boner from his mum. Give him like 5 minutes. Also, just not rushing into your kid's room in general. One day they are gonna run in there without knocking first and just catch an eye full of dick. Edited 11 months ago. Edited 11 months ago.